TTTV is proud to present Here with advice on how to throw the best tea party ever. Here is your host, Victoria Vorsas.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Tea Time. I'm Victoria Vorsas. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, on today's segment, I'm just going to show you how to throw the proper tea party. Now, I'm half Canadian, and my mother is full, and my Nana is half British. So it's really in my blood, tea, so I just want to share it with the world. So I guess without further ado, we can begin. First things first, like any good cook or host, you need to wash your hands. So my hands are nice and washed. And now we can just talk about decorations. So really, I like girly decorations when I'm throwing a tea party just because that's just how I dress and that's how I am. My mom actually got this beautiful tablecloth, and it's just got a little bit of silver in it, and I just think it goes great with my teapot over here. And so I've got that, and then I've got these cute little doilies over here, and I think doilies are an absolute must in any tea party. So I have these over here, and we can start with the setups now too. So a normal tea party is going to have china. So I have with me some beautiful china that belonged to my grandmother. And so first off, sometimes you can do a little placemat here, but I don't like to do that just because I think the tablecloth is nice enough. So first of all, you're going to have a little plate right there. And then I'm going to get the other plate. So usually in a tea party, you have finger foods, and you don't really need a lot of silverware. So we just have a small plate right here. And then we've got our teacup saucer. You just want to put that right in the middle. And then we've got our beautiful teacup. There we go. And now we're going to get our napkin. And you can get different colored napkin if you want, but I just like this because it's white and it's simple and it's got a little frill on it. And you can really put it wherever you want, but I'm just going to put it right there. And then you need to put your spoon right there. And if you had any knives or forks, you put the forks on the napkin, and then you put the knife right here, and then the spoon would go here. But since you're just using one spoon, it's better just put it right there because then you can stir your tea with it. All right, so I guess I can talk to you now about the different kinds of tea that I brought today. So this one is loose leaf green tea, and green tea is probably one of my top 3 favorite teas. And it's just got little tea leaves like that, and what you do is you don't eat the leaves. You need to drain them after you put them in the water. And then we've got, my mom loves the show, Downton Abbey tea. I got this for Christmas, and it's English rose tea, and that's the one that we're actually going to use today. And then we've got some flowering tea, which is so much fun to use. I actually have the glass holder like this, so you can see the tea flower. And it's actually really, really pretty, and not a lot of people know about it, so I would definitely recommend it if you ever found some to just check it out. And then we've got other kinds of teas. We've got Earl Grey, jasmine green tea, raspberry royale, for all you Starbucks fans, pumpkin spice. We've got chamomile, green tea, and then we've got vanilla spice tea. And this is my commemorative Will and Kate holder. So now I'm just going to put a couple of tea bags in here. I'm going to pour some tea in there, hot water. And when we come back, I'll show you all the foods that you can use with it and some history about tea.
Are you tired of not getting enough sleep? Tossing and turning in the middle of night, trying to relax after a long day? Sure, you've tried all the pills, and you've tried all the creams, but they just don't seem to do the trick. Now try the Breathe Easy pillow. With a smooth, plush cover and your choice of calming scents like lavender, you're sure to get the best night's sleep you've ever had.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, before the break, I put some boiling water into my teapot, And it is not quite done yet. You want it to steep usually for about 3 to 4 minutes. It depends. This isn't a really big teapot, but if you've got like more people at your party, you definitely want maybe, for every person, maybe 1.5 bags, so that it can be, medium, not too strong, not too weak, but that they can have enough, because you usually want like 2 or 3 cups of tea. So now I'm going to talk to you about the food that I brought. All right, so just going to get my plates over here. So I bought 3 different kinds of food. So first one is an absolute must, scones. My favorite actually are white chocolate raspberry, but I got some blueberry because they're still just as good. So we're just going to set these on a plate. And usually, it's hard to find them sometimes that go with a china set, but you'd usually want to use the china set, the 3-tiered plates like this, where you stack them 1, 2, 3. But just for the purposes of not wanting to break it, I just use these plates, and they're just as good too. All right. So we've got our scones. And now we're going to get some cucumber cream cheese sandwiches. And these are pretty standard at any tea party as well. And all you do is you just get some white bread, you put some spreadable cream cheese on it, and then just some cut up cucumbers. Just going to set them like that. All right. And you can really just decorate it however you want. I'm just doing like the basic decorations for right now. And then one of my personal favorite, I've got Hickory Farms. They're called Petit Fours, and they're Swiss cakes, and they've got like cream in them, and the different flavors. We've got mocha, almond, orange, and strawberry, and they're very, very good. So we're going to set this out. And just really quick, for those of you who didn't know how tea really started, it was around 2000 BC. And it was in China, and the Emperor of China discovered it. And it was usually used for its medicinal purposes. And then it was brought over to England around 1770s because the king married a Portuguese woman. And that's really how the whole high tea at noon started. And that's really when the aristocrats started drinking tea, high tea at noon. So, and then everyone knows the Boston Tea Party in 1770. Where the British government, the Parliament, taxed tea so heavily that no one could afford it. And so they threw all that tea into the Boston harbor, and that's where the phrase taxation without representation came to be. So now we've got our Petit Fours right there. All right. And now I'm going to pour the tea. And I know it's a little bit girly, but I got pink tea, just because pink's a really cute color and it's fun. And so usually, I forgot to tell you guys, usually in a standard tea party, you would want to have more settings. I'm just doing this just for the show, but you want to have more settings, and probably what you typically need is a spoon, and you'd want some cream. I got some cream over here, and I've got some sugar. Now, I'm actually using half and half today, just because creamer is just a little too heavy for me, and I don't like to dilute the tea with all that stuff in there. But and I just use regular sugar. But a favorite of mine that I use in my coffee is actually stevia sugar, and it's really good because it doesn't. It's not very. It's a really potent sugar, and so you don't have to use as much, and it's a lot less calories if you're trying to watch your diet there. And then you've got your doilies and your placemats and your tablecloth. And actually behind me, they designed this set really nicely. We decided to put the lace up here, but you definitely have to have lace in any tea party. And then these beautiful pink curtains. And it's just really just trying to have some nice colors, but just keep it light. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a great day. And don't worry, tea happy.